So if I was a dude, and I was a little kid, and my father left me alone in the wilderness to be raised by Pokemon, I'd be all like, arr, 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 and he'd be all like, maybe I should teach him English. So then I'd learn English. And then all these people would come up and be like, Lord N, you must liberate their Pokemon. And I'd be like, really? They'd be like, yes, you are the legendary hero who will liberate the Pokemon. And I'm like, wow, how do I fulfill this? They're like, you must get the Dragon Pokemon and liberate all the other Pokemon by becoming the Pokemon champion. And I'd be like, I will go and take the Pokemon challenge and become the Pokemon master, and I shall fulfill my destiny to be the hero. So I'd take the Pokemon challenge, right? And I'd walk into this town, and there'd be these two dudes standing there, and I'd be like, hey, you hear that noise about people wanting to liberate their Pokemon? And the dude'd be all like, yeah, that's a stupid idea. And I'd be like, what? Battle me! And we'd battle, and I'd lose, and I'd be like, blast! Foiled again! So as I continue on the gym challenge, I meet up with that guy again. And I'm all like, you wanna battle and maybe liberate your Pokemon? And he's all like, yeah, we can battle, but what was that other thing you said? And I'm like, nothing! And we'd battle, and I'd lose, and I'd be like, blast! Foiled again! So I continue on, and that person's still following me, and I'm like, that's it, he's gonna get it! So I go to this Ferris wheel, right? And he shows up, and I'm all like, latent sexual undertones. No homo. And he's all like, what? And I'm like, let's go on this Ferris wheel. So we're on the Ferris wheel, and I'm like, Black, I have a secret to tell you. I'm the leader of Team Plasma. And he's like, oh, okay, that's not so bad. And so when we get back down, I challenge him to a battle. And I'm all like, if I win, you must liberate your Pokemon. And he goes, okay, but what do I get if I win? And I'm like, I will liberate my pants? No homo. And he wins, and I'm like, blast! Foiled again! And I run away without pants. And then I get to the cave, and I decide, I haven't seen that guy in a while. So I sit there, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait some more. And then finally, he shows up. And I'd be like, Black, you will battle me, and if you lose, you must liberate your Pokemon. And he's like, alright, what are you gonna liberate? And I'm like, I will liberate my inhibitions. No homo. So we battle, and I lose. And I'm like, blast, foiled it, and then the professor shows up. And I'm like, Professor Juniper, why won't you liberate their Pokemon? And she goes,
Die, N! You don't belong in this world!
It is not by my hand that I will once again raise the dragon Pokemon. I was brought here by trainers who wish to beat up on Pokemon.
Trainers? You steal their Pokemon and make them your slaves!
Perhaps the same could be said of all trainers.
Your words are as empty as your hat! Pokemon ill need a savior such as you!
What is a trainer? A miserable little pile of badges? But enough talk! Have at you! And then Bianca's all like,
I'm a bodyguard.
And I'm like, okay, I'm leaving now. But it was all just a clever ruse as I head down to Dragon Spiral Tower to raise the secret legendary Pokemon, Zekrom. And with my newly awakened dragon Pokemon, I head to the Pokemon League and start bashing in faces. And that's when the guy shows up, and he's all like, seriously, N? You gotta stop this. And I'm like, fools, don't you see? You are hurting Pokemon. Even though I'm keeping Pokemon in Pokeballs, you're doing it much worse than I am. Even though I'm a giant hypocrite, I should not be the one to blame for this. And he goes, let this be our final battle, N. And if you win, I will liberate my Pokemon. And I go, fine, and if you win, I will liberate the world from my existence and ride off into the sunset on a dragon Pokemon. And he goes, that's oddly specific. I'm like, enough of this! Let me raise my giant castle! And he's like, where the fuck were you keeping that? So I climb to the top of the tower, and I play Pokemon Gold with Zekrom waiting. Then finally Black shows up. And I'm like, are you ready to liberate your Pokemon? I thought you might be the hero who could awaken the other dragon Pokemon, but I was wrong. So then, out of nowhere, Reshiram appears. And I'm like, ooh. And then Black catches it. And we do epic dragon battle. But I lose. And I'm like, blast! Foiled again. And then Get Seats comes up. And he's all like, I see you have beaten my son. Now you must fight me. Why? Because I want to be the only one using Pokemon so that I can rule the world. And I was just using N as some kind of horrible green-haired love child pawn in this really elaborate kind of deep meaning plot that is far too deep for a children's Pokemon game. So the point of this game wasn't really to catch them all, it was to choose between ideals and truth. And I'm all like, Daddy, why you no love me? And then him and the dude fight, and he loses, and they take him away. And I'm like, well, I guess there's no point for me here. And Black's like, yeah, you're pretty much right. You can stop being the antagonist now. And I'm like, well, I guess I will disappear into the night then. What the hell is that about? Oh well, got my national dicks. Time to go catch Rattatas. Ifso, Factso, whether you choose truth or ideals, you're both really searching for the same thing. And if you want to be the very best, like no one ever was, to catch them it's your real test. And you gotta remember, there's like 600 now, so you have a good time with that.